Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. First things first, had to show off my nails. They're Void inspired because it was both his birthday and Halloween. Today I have a really exciting fall recap for you guys. I'm going to show you my junk journal spread that I just completed for fall and take you along some of the fun activities we did. So without further ado, let's jump into it. I tried to collect ample junk for this junk journal spread, and I would say I was moderately successful. I have quite a few receipts, postcards, and this amazing autumn themed paper that my mom sent me, so shout out to her. It was honestly difficult to pick which of the backgrounds I wanted to use, but I settled on these orange-ish neutral colored blue theme just because it matched the junk and the photos that I wanted to print out the best. P.S. If you want to see me make this spread and other spreads for when you don't have a printer handy, you can click that info button in the right hand corner. After picking out my background, I decided to get some of the extra pieces that I'll need for this spread, including my washi tape and this scrap from a book that I found at the scrap exchange, which is perfect because I always want to include like ripped out pages from books, but obviously don't want to rip my own books. So this was a great find. Go to your local thrift stores and or scrap exchanges to find stuff like this. Next, printing out some pictures for the spread. So I'm using my HP Sprocket here, which you know that I love. And I'm just gonna pause here to let you know that this was a really indecisive spread for me, if that makes sense. I tried to do a bunch of different things and then decided that I didn't like it. So you'll see that I try some things and then go back on it later on in the video. And this is one of those things. I wanted to include this card that we got from playing trivia with our friends, but I tried to do something cool with it being behind the little doily and you can pull it out, but I ended up just hating it and taking it out later and gluing down the doily. So honestly, just ignore this part, save for the fact that I also found these stickers at the scrap exchange from when we were kids. Do any of you guys remember these stickers? Me and my husband bought so many of them just for the nostalgia factor. Also, if you're thinking, Robyn, what is that blue thing in the frame? That is my hair towel because I'm filming right after I showered. Anyway, after I got that settled, it was time to decide where I wanted to place the first photos. And this first one here is from Carolina Balloonfest. It was the 50th annual celebration this year, and it's always been on my bucket list to go and see hot air balloons. So this was a perfect opportunity because it was only a few hours away. Unfortunately, it was too windy for the balloons to actually leave the ground when we were there, but I was content just being able to see them. So I'm still super happy that we got to go. So I included a picture from Balloonfest and then a cutout from the pamphlet just saying that it was the 50th anniversary. Then I began to add in some of our other pieces, and I really wanted to include this plaid tape because it's so cute, but unfortunately I end up removing this and moving that picture as well because I just did not like how they looked there. But for now, we're gonna leave it and add in this receipt from Norwood Gardens where we recently bought some plants. I spoke about this in my last video where we put together that plant propagation test tube holder thing, but I've been trying to get into growing our own herbs. We got basil and kale, and I'm happy to report that so far they're going strong, and we actually harvested the basil for the first time yesterday, and it was delicious. So I'm really happy with how that's turning out. We also have been getting into our baked goods recently. I feel like fall just makes me want a muffin or a scone or something like that. We visited Yellow Dog Bread Co. and they had such cute little spooky desserts. We got a bunch of scones, which were the best scones I've ever had, and some brownies as well. And at this point in the spread, I was kind of not satisfied with how it was looking, and I was hoping that putting the title in there would make it look better because that's always my favorite part. So I'm using my Ransom Note sticker book here to just add in my letters saying fall fun. But that still didn't do it for me, so I decided to remove this trivia card and I'm gonna include it in a different spread. I wanted to move this picture over to the bottom left because it was us baking. Like, it's kind of related to the bread company, and I wanted to move our yoga picture up on top of the doily there. Matt and I have been getting into yoga for honestly the past few months, so I wanted to include that Polaroid in there. And while I didn't get any footage of these events, we also went pumpkin picking this year. We got 3 pumpkins to represent our little family, which we made Effie and Void, as you can see. And lastly, Hunter and I tried to do some fall baking, and she showed me how to make this delicious pumpkin roll. I mean, just look how beautifully she rolled it. This is the most perfect spiral that I've ever seen. Now that I was more satisfied with how the pictures were laid out, I decided to add in some stickers and some writing. Unfortunately, the pen that I was using did not stay on the Polaroid and immediately smudged, so I just covered that up with another sticker. And because I didn't really know what to do with this upper right hand corner, I added in a ripped piece of that book, but I didn't realize that some of the text was just straight profanity, and that just wasn't the vibe for this spread. So I tried a few different things to cover up. I really wanted to use this washi tape in this spread because I felt like it was so fall, but it just didn't work. So instead, I cut out pieces from the paper set that my mom had sent and just glued those around almost like stickers. And that is the end of this junk journal spread. I really hope that you guys enjoy it. I know I moved a lot of stuff around, but I just wanted to be transparent that you don't have to be perfect. Comment down below any fall activities that you did this year, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye!